How I retrained my brain to create more than I consume, significantly decreasing my screen time and monumentally increasing the time I spend creating. Step 1, mindset shift. I developed and now live by 2 truths when it comes to social media. 1, it's an incredible tool to learn, connect, and to exercise my creativity. And 2, it's one of the biggest threats to my future. It's not either or, it's both and, which means how I choose to engage with it will either benefit me or waste my life away. A 2015 study by Microsoft found that the average adult's attention span was 8 seconds, literally a second shorter than a goldfish's, and that was over a decade ago, before the rise of short-form media scrolling and what never not raising their prices Netflix calls second screen viewing. It's 2026, and we all are abundantly aware of how these devices and apps affect our brains and therefore our lives. So every time I pick up my phone and open one of these apps, I'm actively choosing whether or not I'm going to use it as my digital sketchbook or worsen my brain rot. Step 2, gradually increase. First, I started with a no phone/no scroll morning rule for the first hour after waking, then 2 hours, then 3, then implemented the rule in the evenings, then half days, then a full day, then weekends. I didn't use devices or settings on my phone to lock me out because there's something I don't like about using technology to try to decrease my tech usage. I didn't want a friction layer, I wanted actual behavior change. But to be frank, this was probably much easier for me to do than it would be for the average person, as I've always lived more of an analog existence, reading, journaling, going to museums, etc., before it became a trend. But gradually increasing my time away from my phone gradually increased the time I spent creating, because it gave my brain the time and ability to not constantly be processing, leading to more creative thoughts and ideas I then executed on. And step 3, mindful consumption. I still scroll, I still consume, but now I'm even more thoughtful about it. I engage with content that inspires me or educates me, but I don't just consume, I take it a step further and actually process what I'm taking in. I keep commonplace journals where I write my thoughts and reflections on the media I consume. If I read an article or essay, I'll write about it. If I listen to a podcast, I'll write about it. Even if I see a TikTok I find interesting, I'll write about it. This process not only helps me remember what I've consumed, improving my memory and comprehension, but it also makes me feel satiated with what I've taken in. It feels like a complete activity, so I don't feel the need to scroll or consume more after writing. Instead, I'm usually inspired to create something as the next step. The current state of the world has convinced me that creativity is the one muscle most of us need to exercise more. The solutions to our individual and collective problems will take creative problem solving. They've trained us to scroll for everything, for news, for outfits, for partners, for groceries, but it's imperative that we detach from this consumption reflex and lean into creating more than we consume. Our mental and physical health, and quite frankly, the future of the world depends on it.